Hey everyone, I'm Alan Thrall here at, representing Untamed Strength Gym in Sacramento, California. And this is the next video of my video series where I've reached out to a few guys that I follow on Instagram and on YouTube and asked them to create a 1-week sample program that you can start following now, and you can follow it for as long as you'd like without needing to make any sort of adjustments. Each program has a specific theme: a barbell only program, a bodyweight only program, kettlebell or dumbbell only program, bodybuilding, and a running and lifting sample program. Today's video is the bodyweight only program, and my guest is Refael. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your last name correct, brother. So Refael's content, he's primarily a calisthenics dude, but his content is unique in that it's not flashy, gimmicky, sort of like circus tricks that I see in a lot of calisthenics videos that are recommended to me. It is no nonsense content, and he understands. He's not just blinded by calisthenics, he understands the value of barbell training or training with weights. And he'll cite things that he's learned or parallels he can draw between classic strongman and what he does, calisthenics. He'll cite old powerlifting principles from powerlifting coaches, and he talks a lot about the silver era bodybuilders. But he spends the most of his time talking about the underrated value of bodyweight training or of calisthenics and how it can be brutally effective at building muscle and strength. So if you enjoy this style of program that he's going to list, you can follow him on Instagram, follow him on YouTube, go check out his programs for more.
Hi everyone, my name is Refael. I was asked by Alan to write a 1-week bodyweight only training program. I am very honored, and remember, train untamed! Okay. First, I want to give you some context about bodyweight training because I feel like you can take it many directions. The endurance, the strength, the mobility. For me, when I program, what I'm aiming towards is the ring athlete. That's the apex, right? It's basically the gymnastics strength, mobility, and skill components, minus the acrobatics, because it's mainly unsafe or unsustainable to practice recreationally from outdoor park, home gym, or local gym, okay? You can't expect to only train the bodyweight strength exercises and have the full package to move as elegantly and feel and perform like a ring gymnast. So it's about training the mobility, the joint preparation, the strength, upper and lower body, okay? I'm programming for an adult intermediate trainee, so I'm assuming you have a decent background in strength and conditioning. You can run a few miles, not at a particularly fast pace. You can do parallel bar dips, you can do a lot of air squats, you can do a few pull-ups. You are not starting from scratch. We will train 4 days a week. We'll run a 4 full body workout training split, which will allow you enough recovery between days. Every workout will include a warm-up, skill, and a mobility drill, and the upper and lower body strength exercises. Every workout will start with a warm-up. I always warm up my wrists through various ranges of motion and the scapula. Gymnastics movements will take you through extreme end ranges of motion where the joints are put under a lot of stress, so they are more prone to injury. A short warm-up that shouldn't take long is always a good investment of your time. Okay, moving forward, day 1 will start with handstand practice, which you will aim to work at around 30 seconds isometric hold each set for whatever progression suits your current level of ability, whether that's incline chest to wall handstand hold or walking yourself all the way upside down, chest to wall handstand hold, eventually pulling your toes off the wall, getting that hand balancing feel, and ultimately doing freestanding handstands. This exercise will be coupled with the split squat. Split squat mainly stretches the hip flexor of the posterior leg. You can elevate your front foot on a chair or any elevated surface and even assist yourself with your hand until you can work your way down to the ground. We will devote 20 minutes to the skill and mobility segment of every workout. Just alternate between the skill and the mobility drill in a superset fashion, giving yourself intuitive rest intervals in between. You don't want to exhaust your body. You don't want to create too much fatigue because you want to be fresh enough to practice highly technically demanding exercises. Moving forward, day one strength exercises would be ring chin-ups and handstand push-up. Now you always want to find the best progression that is suitable for you. And believe me, there's always a bodyweight progression that you can work with. If you're doing ring chin-ups, you can start with feet supported on the ground, ring chin-ups, working towards bodyweight reps, L-sit, ring chin-ups. We are working in the 3 sets of 3 to 5 rep range. Okay? Moving on to even mixed grip chin-up, archer chin-ups, even pinky, one finger assisted archer chin-ups, and ultimately one arm chin-ups. And handstand push-ups are the same. Find the progression. 3 sets of 3 to 5. You can start with pike push-ups, and you ultimately work all your way towards handstand push-up, and even advanced skills like the 90-degree push-up. We finish with the lower body exercise. It's a single leg squat variation for 3 sets of 3 to 5, same as the upper body exercises. I love the shrimp squat. You can do many different progressions of the shrimp squat. Find the unilateral squat exercise that suits this rep range for your current level of ability. Day 2, after the warm-up, you perform a ring skill with the mobility drill. The ring skill is a mini ring routine. And we start the ring skill practice with the muscle up. The first progression will be feet assisted. It incorporates a pull, a transition, and a push. And you can work your way towards performing it with your full body weight, moving on to harder progression like forward roll, backwards roll, inverted muscle up. You can progress in so many ways from your home gym just doing bodyweight training. This exercise is coupled with shoulder extension range of motion, moving ultimately towards the German hang, but it starts with easy progressions like the table stretch. Again, 30-second holds for every mobility drill every day. Strength exercises will be ring dips and ring row, 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Find the best progressions for you. Ring rows, you can start with an incline, moving down, ring rows. You can do one arm ring rows. You can do front level rows. And with the dips, feet support, body weight, ring turn out at the top, and ultimately fully ring turn out dips throughout the whole range. We finish day 2 with acceleration sprints. 8 to 10 sets of 10 to 20 meters. Sprints not only provide you the hamstring stimulation that complements the squat variations of the program, but also it brings the impact and conditioning aspect. For a program that is mainly slow, we have the strength and mobility slow practices, and the sprints are great to have the 100% all-out effort in your program. We took the acrobatics away, which has that impact. We brought the sprints back in. It's a phenomenal bodyweight exercise. Day 3 and 4 are quite straightforward. We start with handstands, same practice, but it is coupled with Cossack squats. Elevate one leg above the ground. You can use your hands, work your way down towards the ground for more demanding progressions of the Cossack squat. That is coupled with the handstand practice. We move on to the same strength exercise as day 1, but performed for higher reps in the 3 sets of 6 to 8 rep range. Same goes for the single leg squat variation. You can maybe try easier squatting variations like the pistol squat, the leg assisted, shrimp squat, and so on. Day 4, again, the ring skill practice coupled with shoulder flexion range of motion using the back bridge, starting on the wall, walking your way down, ultimately elevating your feet, placing your hands on the ground. It is slightly easier on your spine. and doing it on the ground for a full back bridge ultimately. And then you repeat day 2 strength exercises for higher rep range, 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, and the sprints are performed for 4 to 6 sets of 60 to 100 meters, slightly longer in duration. I have 2 ways that I prefer to progress with bodyweight training. Either the double progression method, a classic Doug Hepburn style of progressing that is very slow, gradual, and methodical. You basically add 1 rep to the tally. That's the total number of reps done in an exercise per workout, not for every set, just 1 to the tally, every consecutive workout. And that's basically until you complete the upper part of the rep range, right? So 3 sets of 3 to 5. You work towards the 3 sets of 5. And then again, rinse and repeat. You progress. You move on to the next more intense bodyweight progression. You go down in reps and you build back up again. The second option is a step loading progression, meaning you use the same exercise, same number of reps, same number of sets. You don't move anything for a prolonged period of time, 3, 6, 8, 12 weeks even, depending how advanced you are. Both options are slow, methodical, gradual. They allow the body to recover, to adapt, to get stronger without throwing progressive overload, trying to add reps as quality diminished set to set and workout to workout. That's the 1 week bodyweight training program. If you have any question, which I sure do, you can search me on Instagram, Refael.paz, and same on YouTube. Ask any question. I'll try to cover everything. I'm confident if you give this program a try, it will challenge you a lot in many ways, and you'll progress and you'll be amazed by the results. So good luck.